Good morning, welcome to my channel. My name is Bridget. Happy Canada Day. It's actually July 1st, so I'm falling a little bit behind as per usual. I am trying to get ready and rush to go to the gym. The gym is open today, so I'm going to be doing the Body Works plus abs class, which is basically a weight training class for 45 minutes. So I'm really pumped to go and do that. I am running a bit late, so I am having to rush to get ready, but I figured I would do a little what I eat in a day today since I'm off, and then take you along with me to the gym. I might not get any clips of me in the gym or anything, just because honestly I'm there to really focus on working out, and also I'm just not as comfortable filming in public, especially at the gym. But I will chat with you after the workout, and we'll kind of go over how many calories I burned, how many steps I got in, and all that. So for the weight training class, it is about 45 minutes, so it is free weights, which I absolutely love and need to do more of, because as I have a lot of weight to lose comes a lot of loose skin as well, as people lose weight and stuff. So I'm trying to decrease my loose skin as much as possible as I lose weight, because I have over 100 pounds to lose, and I just want to build muscle anyway. I want to get stronger, I want my legs to be stronger, I want to lose these bat wings. I'm gonna have to do a little bit every day, but these workout classes really are helping me, because 99% of the time when I go into the gym, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So I prefer to do these workout classes. So that's pretty much the plan for today. So I'm gonna get there, it's just after 9 right now, and then the workout class is about 9:45. I'm gonna do that for about 45 minutes, and then I'm thinking about doing the treadmill for about 30 minutes after the class. I'm gonna actually see how I'm feeling, because for the past 2 years I've been wearing the same pink shoes that I've had, which are right here, actually, the Skechers Unos, and they've served me well, but they are extremely worn down. The inside, you can't see, but the inside, I guess because I put so much pressure and being overweight and everything, I really have worn them down. But I've also been wearing them every day for the past 2 years. After my dance class last night, I was feeling some pain in my left foot, and I do have plantar fasciitis. I haven't had it in quite a while, thank you God, because it's super painful. But then again, I have always worn pretty decent shoes that work well for my feet, and the Skechers Uno have been absolutely incredible. Those are now garbage, which is fine. I've had them for 2 years. I paid $70 for them, so they serve their purpose. But I have another pair that I actually bought at the same time I bought these pink pair, and it is these beautiful purple pair. Look at how beautiful they are. I don't even want to wear them. They're just so cute. I love purple, and it's just ugh. And these are so comfortable. These shoes are so comfortable. And like I said, I bought them at the same time 2 years ago when I got the pink shoes, because they were $70 each. I ordered them online through the Skechers website, and I absolutely love Skechers. If you have wide feet, if you have plantar fasciitis, or you have a little bit of a curve in your foot like I do, these really work out well, the Skechers Uno, because it has that curve there. It's not that much of a curve in here, but it definitely gives you that added extra cushion. So these are so comfortable. Each pair has lasted me 2 years. I had a green pair before the pink pair, and that lasted me about 2 years. I'm gonna have to bust these out. I did spray them 2 days ago, because for the past few days I have been feeling I could feel the ground a little bit more in the pink shoes. I knew I had these in my closet. I sprayed them to do the protective stuff, but again, I don't clean my shoes all the time. Obviously, if I step in something, I'm gonna get the gum off or whatever, but I'm really bad with wiping my shoes down every day. These are shoes, they're gonna be worn outside. I wear them all the time. I wear them at work, when I work in a clinic, I wear them when I go to the gym, I wear them wherever, right? Want to try and maintain them, but I also don't wipe them down every day, so I'm not really maintaining them. But it's a shoe, it's gonna get dirty. I wear them outside, it is what it is. I don't think I've ever really had, well actually, in the dance class, I've had people step on my shoe and stuff, and the amount of people who are just oh my God, I'm so sorry, and I'm it's okay, it's not a big deal, you stepped on my shoe, my toe's not broken, it's fine. But I guess some people are crazy about their shoes, which to each their own, I get it, right? But me, I'm just I'm wearing them outside, they're going in the elements, I walk the dogs, you know what I mean? Anyway, but I'm so excited to wear these, but also I don't want to get them dirty, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna put these on. I'm hopeful that when I do the workout class, the pain in my left foot kind of goes away with wearing these new shoes. The pain is, it's not really painful, it's just kind of a little bit more uncomfortable, like certain ways that I, you know, land my foot down, but it's definitely nowhere near like a full flare up. But I know that if I wore my pink shoes today and tomorrow, I'd probably be in like a full plantar fasciitis flare up that would last like a week. Let's avoid that. Those are gonna go in the garbage. I'm gonna bust these out. I am also starting my day off with my greens and my collagen. So this is 1 scoop of my powdered greens, as well as 2 scoops of collagen. And then while I'm working out, I'm going to be drinking my Pure Rebuild. So this is 500 mils of water, so that's gonna start me off really well. This is 750 mils of water, and this is the 1UP Nutrition Pure Rebuild. And then I also add 1 scoop of collagen as well. Then of course I'm gonna take my 1 liter along with me. Hopefully I drink all 3 of those before I leave the gym. Not hopefully, I'm gonna do it. So that's my goal for this morning, to do the workout class, to do the treadmill, and finish all that water. So then that will kind of get me off to a really great start in the morning. That's pretty much the plan for the gym. So bodyworks class, treadmill, and then I'm going to take my mom an iced coffee to her work because she is working today, unfortunately. She has to work the holiday. She literally works every day. She is a superwoman. I don't know how she does it. So I'm going to stop by her work. I'm going to take her like a protein iced coffee. I might get her like a little treat or something as well. And then we'll kind of take it from there. I'm not sure what I'm going to be eating throughout the day, but I'll definitely show you what I'm doing. I'm not going, like, I don't have any plans for today. I know a lot of people go and like see fireworks and stuff like that. I personally don't do that just because I feel like things have gotten like really crazy lately, and big crowds and stuff. It's become very unpredictable. I just like to stay with my family. I'll probably spend some time with my boyfriend, and I'm actually planning to go see my dad as well. I haven't seen him since last month, so, and we actually live like 2 blocks from each other, but my work schedule is crazy. His schedule is crazy, but we're both off today. So it is on our schedules to go for a coffee, maybe even go for a walk, or, you know, I'm gonna pick up my brother's dog and take her and you know, go for a walk with my dad with the dog. But I'll check in here and there. You know, it's very unaesthetic but realistic, what I eat in a day, and check-in diary type thing, because I am on a weight loss journey and just kind of winging it. Kind of doing the best I can each day. I'll check in when I see you next, which will probably be when I'm getting coffee or having some breakfast or something, or like my post-workout chat. We'll check in then. So I'll see you then. Okay, the workout is done. That was like so intense. So it was about 55 minutes. Majority of it was like free weights, and it was amazing. I've been to a few of the bodyworks classes, but I haven't been to this instructor's bodyworks class. I usually go to her Zumba classes. So it was nice, and I was happy that I could make it to her class today. And now that I made it to her bodyworks class, I really wish that she was doing this class more in the evenings as well, because then I would go all the time, because I'm literally feeling it everywhere. We did squats, we worked our back, we worked our arms, we really worked our legs like crazy. It was intense, it was amazing. Her energy is like so great, and she just makes you feel like so welcome, and like you could really do all of the movements at any size. And even if like you can't do it, she definitely modifies a lot of it as well, which is really helpful. Really great class, burnt a lot of calories. I was huffing and puffing the entire time. My heart was like beating out of my chest like crazy. It was amazing. I loved it. Like, I really love to work out, honestly. I've always loved working out, but I prefer doing classes and HIIT cardio, like workouts like that, because I just want to get in, go, and then get out. You know, I'd rather do a really intense 45-minute workout than do like a low impact, like hour-and-a-half workout. I'll just get bored. I'll start thinking like, oh, like, you know, coming up with excuses on why I don't want to work out, have more time to like let the negative thoughts enter my mind and stuff. So I really prefer the classes because they're just so fast paced, they're so intense, and you're just go that you don't have any time to really think of anything. Finished the class, it was about 55 minutes, and then I did do the treadmill so that I could get some additional steps in. So I did that because I wanted to make sure that when I left the gym, I had at least 6,000 steps under my belt out of my 10,000 goal. And I think I'm at like just over 7,000 steps now. Let me double check, or just under 7,000. Okay, so I'm at 7,321 steps, which is really good. It is 11:50 right now. I also just came to grab a Starbucks. So I got the triple espresso with 2 pumps of hazelnut syrup. So I got that there. I'm going to mix in the caramel premier protein shake because I'm gonna be on the go. I'm gonna take my mama coffee. I got her one here as well. So this is her triple espresso. I also got her a banana loaf because she is working today, and I just kind of wanted to bring her a sweet treat because it's Canada Day and she has to work. So I have her coffee there. Gonna give her a protein shake, and then she'll have her sweet treat. Just gonna mix this up. I took the protein shakes from the fridge and then I brought it into the gym with me, so hopefully they're not too warm now. I saw my boyfriend at the gym. He was kind of sad that he texted me yesterday and he's like, oh, we're both off tomorrow, we're gonna work out together, right? Because most days if there's no gym class, I have been working out with him after work, which is really helpful because he's always gone to the gym like 5 days a week for a long time. He really is very like into working out, which is great and helpful for me because he knows what he's doing at the gym and I can just like tag along with the machines and stuff. Most of the times if there's no class for me to go to, I've been working out with him for the past 2 months since I've been more consistent with the gym. But because they were doing the classes today, I told him like, no, I'm gonna go do the class, and he was pretty upset about that last night. When I was coming out of the class, he was on the stairs. He does the stairs for like an hour and I have no idea how he does it for an hour. I mean, he enjoys it, so. And then he does the weights after, so I did the class, came out of the class, he was just getting on the stairs, and then I did the treadmill, and then I was like, bye, I'm done working out. I will see each other a little bit later. I'm just gonna take my mom the coffee, meet up with my dad, go home, shower and everything, and then him and I will hang out for the day and stuff, because then we're working the rest of the week, and then I also work Saturday, because I work Monday through Saturday with the 2 jobs, so we kind of have to really make, you know, the most of the time that we do have together. Oh, I love this iced coffee. They used to have the toffee nut syrup. I think that's only during like fall and winter. I hate that they get rid of it because it's so good. The toffee nut syrup is bomb. But you know what? The hazelnut's not that bad either. As I'm gonna be on the road for the next few hours and not like gonna go home and eat right away, I am feeling quite hungry. So that's why I got the protein iced coffee. So 30 grams of protein there. And then I also went to McDonald's, but don't worry, I only got a bacon egg McMuffin. I haven't had one of these in quite a long time. I'm just gonna throw that back there. I gotta clean my car anyway, so it's fine. So I'm gonna have this as like my breakfast with my protein iced coffee. I did finish my greens on my way to the gym. I also drank my 750 ml bottle of my BCAAs while I was working out. And then I'm still on my 1 liter of my pink bottle. I probably have about 500 mils left in here, so I'll definitely finish that as I'm out with my dad and stuff. And then I also brought an apple. Protein iced coffee, bacon egg, McMuffin, and then the apple. So that's gonna be my breakfast. I forgot how good these taste. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be eating the rest of the day. I don't really actually have anything pre-made, but I do have like some microwavable meals and stuff. So I might just take one of those to my boyfriend's place because I don't know what he's planning to eat. And because it's a holiday, he's probably gonna wanna get like a treat meal, which is totally fine. But I kind of don't want to get a treat meal today. Unless like Chipotle's open or something, then I'll be like, okay, let's go get that. But looking around here, I think most of the restaurants are actually closed. But I mean, yeah, it's noon now. So I think most of the restaurants are actually closed. Either way, I'll show you what I'm eating. Just kind of winging it, honestly. I have to meal prep. I really should meal prep. But it's become really hard with my work schedule and trying to get to the gym and stuff like that. I might look into doing like a meal prep like box thing or something. I don't know. Those things can be pretty expensive, so I might not do that. Maybe I'll just see what kind of quick meals I can make throughout the week or whatever. I'll figure it out. But anyway, yeah, I'll check in when I'm eating next, and then we'll do like our end of day check-in basically of like review of how the rest of the day went with all my steps and everything. I'm just gonna try and chill the rest of the day. It's so hot outside. It's nice. Like I absolutely love the heat, but it's really overcast. I wish it was more sunny. So I might go like when I meet up with my dad, I'm gonna like get my brother's dog and we'll go for like a little bit of a walk and stuff. We're not gonna go too far because my dad has like some back issues and all that, but at least, you know, it gets them both out of the house. So we will check in a little bit later. So I'm finally back home. It has been an absolutely crazy busy day, but it was a really great day. It's about 10:30 now. I'm just kind of gonna go over how the rest of my day went. So after working out and taking my mom a coffee and everything, after having my breakfast, I ended up coming home, showering and all that, and then I went and took a walk with my dad at the ravine. We just kind of walked around for a little bit and talked. It was really busy and there was a lot of people down there with bikes, and I had my brother's dog with me, so we just kind of stayed at like the entrance and just kind of like walked around in the shady parts and stuff there. So it didn't count as like an extra walk, but we did get like a few extra steps in, and it was nice to just like catch up and chat with my dad because we don't see each other very often. So that was really nice. I'm glad that we were able to do that. And then I ended up going to my boyfriend's house and spending the rest of the afternoon and evening there with him. I did end up having for lunch, I had this like charcuterie little like snack box thing that I got from Walmart. So I had that along with, I believe, some watermelon and raspberries. And then for dinner, unfortunately I didn't take a picture of it, but I did have a container that basically had a microwavable meal in it that was rice, beef, and broccoli, like a little stir fry microwavable meal that itself was like 380 calories. And then I also paired that with like a side dish of the broccoli, cauliflower, cheese, like veggie green giant, like healthy steamer thing. So that was like my vegetables. And then I finished with a built puff. I believe it was a s'mores built puff, and that was so good. So I did stay within my calories today, which I'm so happy about. I got an amazing workout in with the weight training class. I also did 20 minutes on the treadmill, which was great. I have to be honest though, like when my boyfriend and I were watching TV and like cuddling and just relaxing, he was talking about getting some chips from the pantry, and he's also really into like, he's really into working out and, you know, trying to be healthier and stuff. He really does struggle with snacking at night. He's definitely a night owl, so he will literally be up until like 1-2 in the morning and then finds his way to like the pantry and getting cookies and stuff. So one of the things that he told me that he, you know, kind of wanted to stop doing was eating after 9, or at least snacking after 9 and stuff. He's like, oh, I think I want some chips. And I looked at my watch and it was like 8:57, and I'm like, you have 3 minutes to go have some chips. So he was really debating on it, but then he was like, yeah, I don't have 3 minutes to like scarf down chips. As I was leaving, and he was like taking me home, I'm like, okay, when you go back home, like don't snack, don't eat anything. And so we're kind of keeping each other like accountable in that aspect as well. Obviously our struggles are different. He just is a night snacker here and there, where I am like a full-on binge eater. So it's definitely, you know, different, but still like support is support, right? We're kind of keeping each other on track in that aspect as well. It was pretty funny to like have that little moment together, but because usually I'm always like, yeah, babe, go get a snack, like bring me some too, you know, or I'm the one who's instigating like, oh, let's go get this, let's go have that. It's nice to like kind of catch each other in that moment and just kind of, you know, remind each other like why we are, you know, not snacking after a certain time or trying to eat within a calorie deficit, for myself at least. So it was a nice little moment there. But I did have a hankering for some chips, and I was so thankful that he did not give in to like his own cravings, because in my mind, I'm just like, if he comes back with some chips, I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself from having some, because I knew in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling kind of weak. Maybe I will get some chips, you know. I'm kind of glad that when I was like, you know, you only have 3 minutes left, like don't forget you said you wouldn't snack at 9. After 9, then he was like, okay, yeah, never mind, you're right. And I was like, thankfully. Anyway, I'm gonna go through my numbers here. I'm super tired. I have to work tomorrow. I'm actually working at my part-time job. Every other Wednesday and every other Saturday I work my part-time job, so I do the 6 days a week. My only day off is Sunday, and I do work either 8.5-hour or 9-hour shifts at both jobs. Pretty busy days, and then on top of trying to get to the gym in the evenings has definitely been, you know, a juggling act for the past 2 months. But I'm feeling better now that I am back into my calorie deficit. It has only been 2 days, but I'm feeling really great about it. And just getting back to like documenting my journey is also like keeping me mentally in check, and just kind of like honestly it's making me feel better, because I'm reconnecting with a lot of people that I was like talking to online. I'm getting back into the podcast that I was listening to. I'm basically trying to get back to the basic things that I was doing when I first started my weight loss journey, because I have lost, since my heaviest weight I was like 342, so now that I'm 277, I don't know the exact math on that, but it is a good amount of weight that I've lost already. And I did that by, you know, being in a calorie deficit, getting over 3 liters of water in a day, getting 10,000 steps in a day, and then, you know, just trying to get as more movement in as much as I can. Just trying to go back to basics, listening to positive, podcasts, listening to weight loss podcasts, reading, books about binge eating and, trying to be healthier and stuff has really helped too. So I'm basically just doing this reset to get back to basics because I've really been struggling with binge eating for the past month, and I'm just kind of sick of allowing my binge eating and my depression to take over my life. So I am back with my reset. Day 2 is done and I'm feeling really great about it. This morning I went to the gym. I did the weight training class, which was about 55 minutes, and I burnt 629 calories. I then did the treadmill for about 20 minutes and I burnt 239 calories. Now again, this is all based off of my Fitbit tracker. I do, track everything through my Fitbit as well as like my food intake and all that. But I also take, the numbers of, calories burned and all that with a grain of salt. I'm basically just tracking it just to kind of see how the workout is going, what my heart rate is at, just to make sure that I'm making the most of these workouts and like really working myself. And even without the numbers, I can tell that these workouts are really doing wonders for me, because during the workouts, my heart is pounding like crazy and I'm sweating like a lot. So I'm definitely putting in the work in, and then I am sore quite a bit afterwards. The workouts are definitely doing what I need them to do. That was it for working out. And then in regards to steps, I'm ending off with 12,525 steps. In regards to calories for the day, I did stay within my calorie deficit. So I am finishing the day off with 1,899 calories consumed, 139 grams for protein, 205 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, and then I did drink well over the 3 liters of water. I think it was like 3,500 mils of water, something like that. Nice amount of water there, and it definitely helps doing the workout classes because I am extra thirsty during those classes. So I definitely drink at least a liter while I'm working out, which is very helpful. And then when I have my greens in the morning, that gives me another 500 mils of water already within that drink. Typically I start off my mornings with the greens, so already I'm getting half a liter in the mornings before I really officially start my day. But overall, second day went amazing. I'm so happy that I'm back on this reset. I'm so happy that I'm, officially trying to get fully back on track with making the smaller choices and definitely getting back on the calorie deficit. Even when I was binge eating, I was still tracking my food. So I have days, and I might include some screenshots of, when I was eating like 3,000, 4,000 calories a day for the past month when I was binging. Even when I am binging, I still track because I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to forget that I binged a few days ago or pretend like it didn't happen. That was one of those things that I struggled with forever, really, because I basically pretended like I didn't have issues with food. I always knew, like, being overweight, obviously I have issues with food. I'm an emotional eater, but I didn't want to accept that it was like taking over my life, that it was controlling my life, that it was keeping me from doing things, and that I was just like obviously very unhealthy for me. So with tracking since starting my weight loss journey last year, and being consistent with it, I decided that when I was going to do that and do the basics of getting my water in, eating in a calorie deficit, that even on days that weren't so great, and days and weeks and months where I would still, was falling off or struggling and would binge, that I was still tracking everything that I ate, just because I wanted that accountability. And there are days and months in my Fitbit where I am just literally binging like 3-4 times a week, or even there's weeks where I was binging like every single day, but I was still tracking everything. And some people can, track things and then snap right out of it and, go back to being in a calorie deficit or making the healthier choices. And sometimes I am able to do that. Sometimes I'm not able to do that, especially when my depression is really bad and I'm really in a dark place and I just don't give an F about anything. Binging is my go-to. And then when I'm in that mindset of just not caring about anything, I'm still tracking because part of me is trying to be like, okay, future Bridget is going to want to look back and be like, yes, these were terrible days or weeks or months, but at least I was still trying to be accountable and not just ignore the problem. Like, yes, I wasn't making changes in that moment or that week or that month, but I still was acknowledging that, yes, I know that I have this issue, and one day when I'm able to reset, or one day, you know, when I am able to snap out of it or whatever, you know, I still have this data to be like, yes, you struggled, but this is another day where you're doing really well, or you got back on track from this day, or, you know, whatever, because it's always going to be up and down. But not ignoring the problem has really helped me get back on track when I do fall off, and just kind of overall be kinder to myself, because that was a really big thing too over the years for a majority of my life. Whenever I try to work out or like eat healthy or lose weight, it always came from a negative place of like really hating myself. And I promised myself last year when I was gonna do the basics of getting my calorie deficit, like just, you know, kind of be just gentler on myself with my weight, that I was like, you know what, I'm going to just give myself grace and accept the fact that I do struggle with binge eating. But if I keep showing up, if I keep tracking things, if I keep being kinder to myself when I fall off, and one day it will click. Even though it's a roller coaster, even though it's up and down, I have weeks and months where it doesn't go the way I initially planned, it's okay, because I'm not giving up, and that's really what matters. So if you're out there, if you're watching this, if you made it all the way through, if you struggle with binge eating, if you struggle with emotional eating, depression, anything like that, even if you don't struggle with anything like that, but you do struggle with your weight, just know that I am here. I am taking it one day at a time for myself, and you should too. Just give yourself grace, be kinder to yourself, and we can do this together. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.